Well, I think people talk too much. I mean, people get excited, which is great, and when people get excited, they want to talk to people, they want to share their ideas with people, they want to get people on board, they want to get help, they want to get mentors, they want to get champions. People just like to talk a lot. And that can create some risks for patent filings. One risk is that if you talk before you have any kind of air of confidentiality, you could be blowing your opportunity to file patents, period. Okay, so if you're going to make some type of public disclosure, you have no confidentiality agreement in place outside the U.S., you're done. You've just destroyed your opportunity to file for patents. Inside the U.S., we have a limited one-year grace period, so you can hurry up and get your filing in. But outside the U.S., you've just destroyed your rights. So a lot of people don't realize that. The second thing that people don't realize, and this happens a lot, especially in university communities, this is when people, they might have already started filing. Okay, so they feel like, oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm protected. I have a filing in place, so I don't have to worry about confidentiality or whatnot. And they'll go to the most famous person in their field of endeavor, and they say, hey, let me tell you about my product. Let me tell you about my device. Let me tell you how it works and see if you like it. And they want to hear from them. They want to hear what they like, what they don't like. They want to get them on board. They want them to sponsor it. And then that famous person will start saying, I really like your device. I like it a lot. But have you ever thought about, adding an X or adding a Y or doing it this way? And if later on in time, a patent application turns up where you've added an X or you've added a Y or if you've done it the way that this other person has said to do it, then it's quite likely that that person's actually an inventor on that patent application. And if that famous person's under no obligation to assign to the company, then that person's also an owner. Because in the US, ownership initially invests with the inventors. And so that can be a big deal because owners in the US, they could do whatever they want with the patent application, including selling it off to selling their portion of the rights to your direct competitor. So we see this issue actually quite a bit in university settings. So it's important, really, before you're going to talk to anyone, to just kind of run through this mental check. Like, am I protected? Have I filed everything that I can possibly file on any inventions I can possibly think of before I talk to people who might contribute to those inventions, right? Am I protected with agreements? Do I have an obligation to assign? Do I have an actual assignment from this person if I'm expecting them to contribute inventive stuff to my application? Do I have confidentiality provisions? If I'm just disclosing to try to get interest, but I haven't filed yet, do I have confidentiality agreements in place? So it's important to get all of that stuff in place too before you go talking to people.